I'm feeling the burn, guys.
You feeling some burn?
Yeah, let's get ready to see it. Paul, you gotta be faster on it.
Too many
There we go.
buttons.
There's Bernie Sanders.
Hey.
That's Bernie Sanders.
Sanders.
Bernie Sanders with Bertie Sanders. There we go.
Yep.
So why are we talking about Bernie Sanders? Well, recently there has been an independent video producer named Matt Orfila, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how to pronounce it.
I
read it also.
yeah, Matt Orfila.
In a book.
Yeah, basically he's an independent video producer, and what he just did right now is create a viral video that basically captures a side of Bernie Sanders that corporate media is ignoring. This video has just became viral right now, and again, there are so many people that are just talking about it, seeing it. In fact, you're seeing it played right there. Of course, the sound's on mute.
Yep.
Because
YouTube copyright.
Yep.
YouTube copyright. So you're watching it. I'm pretty sure you saw it.
We got a link in the description, so after the show's done, if you want to go around and look at it.
It is a great video. It's I can't really cut away from the shot, otherwise it starts over in our player thing there. But
Yeah.
you have really, really great clips of Bernie here, sort of interspersed with just nonsense corporate talking points on your mainstream news outlets like your CNNs and your MSNBCs.
He doesn't smile. It was really funny. They used all the talking points that they despised when they were used against Hillary by Trump in 2016. They're like, let's use those exact talking points. So they're like, he doesn't smile enough. He's not.
He's grumpy,
personable
he's
enough.
old
He's
curmudgeon.
grumpy. He sounds like he's yelling.
He seems disparaging, and it's
shrill.
just like
But
the
it's-
video is constantly him, consoling people and hugging people and understanding,
Right.
and people championing him, and just like the massive, massive crowds around him. You could see the footage that's there, and it's like the reality does not come anywhere close to matching the words you're using. It's infuriating. It's
Right,
I
but-
love this.
but
video.
there's another
Bernie
perspective to
Sanders
really bring
only
out.
raised the most money of anyone else. He should just drop out.
Yeah, but there's another perspective too to really look at this, and that is, this is what everyone's talking about. This is why Bernie Sanders was able to gain such momentum in 2016, continue it on to the midterm election cycle, and even go on to this 2020 election cycle. He's consistent with his policies, and for another important note, he relates to people. He understands that people right now are just struggling in this country, working 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet. Medical debt, student debt. We have a disaster of climate change, a crumbling infrastructure, and a corrupt government, a corrupt neoliberal system in which money is speech and corporations are people. So when corporate media says, oh, he doesn't smile, he's always angry, it looks disheveled, why are you spreading these lies and smearing him? The facts are there. He is able to command crowds to fill up stadiums. 30,000 people, 50,000 people attend his events. I mean, when we were in Navy Pier, 13,500 people
it maxed
attended that event. It maxed out.
Yeah.
It was crowded. So I don't see Biden doing this. I don't see Warren doing this, or Pete Buttigieg, or Kamala Harris, or Cory Booker. And you want to know why? Bernie Sanders has been fighting for these issues for 40 years. He was being arrested during the civil rights movement. He was calling out for the rights for the LGBTQ community. He was calling out the real danger of climate change. He was calling out the real danger of corruption, of money in politics. He's calling out the fact that we need to reform our system, and it has to actually represent working class Americans, not just the top 1%. So this fan-made video, it just how long is it? 4
It's
minutes?
like
or
a
so?
4-minute video.
Yeah, in this
it's like an
4-minute
extended
video,
campaign ad.
yeah, well, in this 4-minute video, you find out more about Bernie Sanders than anything on ABC, CNN, MSNBC.
To be contextual,
Yeah.
the video that is 4 minutes is half the amount of time that ABC has covered Sanders since his campaign started, and I think I think they covered him more since he got quote unquote sick and is in the hospital forever, even though he's basically already out on the first day. He wanted to go on. Everyone's like, hold on, stand down. I know you got twice as much energy now that artery is unclogged, but you can't go anywhere just yet. And he's out and about today, I think. But either way, ABC has done a similar amount of coverage on just this major health concern that is a minor procedure that I think actually 0.5% of Americans go through every single year. So
I saw a great satirical article. I want to say it was from The Onion, but I can't remember to be sure. But the headline was something to the effect of Elizabeth Warren shows up at hospital demanding the same thing Bernie just had.
Again, but there's also another thing, too. The very fact this video is going viral, too, I mean, it's getting support from Sean King, Nina Turner, who's the president of Our Revolution, And then also Susan Sandrin and numerous other people are just saying, like, yes, this is what Bernie Sanders is. This is who he is. This is what he fights for. And it's just
very funny that I really feel like as this election goes on, my biggest critique of Bernie is, Bernie, say the same things. Fine, you have the right things. Just phrase them a little differently, because he just like he'll be. I remember when he talked to Killer Mike and he says something and Mike's like, oh, you mean this? And he says, like Mike says, it's half as many words. Like that's
it's
all
the
Sanders
it's the
needs.
punch it up kind
Yeah.
of like.
He just needs like a comedian to rewrite all his lines, and he's good.
I know of a comedian, Jimmy Dore. You should talk to Jimmy Dore. Why not?
Oh my God, can you imagine that?
That
A
would-
Jimmy Dore inspired Bernie Sanders speech.
Oh, that would be great.
Well, did you see the? So Kyle Kalinske did a pretty cool video where he's like, I think he's using my line here, and he did the exact same thing where he's like, okay, Bernie, what you said was perfect, but just like let's take that answer and just condense it just a little bit, like let's just shorten it up and use that. I mean, I'm using his word even make it punchier.
Yeah.
That's all Bernie really needs, because the media is like, I've heard him say this phrase before. Just make the phrase different. Say the same thing. Make it more punchy. Make it shorter. Make it more condensed. Just he's talked to enough people that he should be like, his speechwriter should even be like, he should sit down with the speechwriters and be like, every time I talk to someone and I make a point that they say something better than me, rewrite my script.
Yeah.
The one he wants to do specifically, I think, is great. Is he wants to say, "Hey, when they keep asking you how are we going to pay for it, right? How are we going to pay for Medicare for all? Aren't the middle class taxes going to go up?" He should just say, "I'm actually giving you a tax cut if you consider, co-pays and deductibles and all of these medical expenses that get taken out of your paycheck
Yeah,
anyway."
but plus,
as
who
kind
really
of a
likes
tax.
their health insurance, anyways? I mean,
Then it's a tax cut, though.
Yeah.
Is his
You,
point.
you know that meme where it's like the brain that gets progressively more entranced as you go down, so it's the
Yeah.
brain. So
Yeah,
like
it
it's like
starts changing.
And then
it's
it's
like
just
you'll have to
"Aw."
pay more money in taxes a little bit, but overall be good. Then it's well, good news. You'll actually save the amount of money to the last one. It's a tax cut. That's good.
well, no. Not only is this great,
He just needs to reframe his stuff that he's already saying. That's all.
Here's the thing: people are going to be paying attention to this video. And look, unfortunately, I would like to have played it with the audio on but what you saw was just only audio off because YouTube's acting weird.
It has
And-
music on
yeah,
it.
it has music that you'll get a copyright strike on. So that's a sad fact that we have to deal with. But more
To which
importantly,
I
Oh,
would
wait,
actually
wait,
bet-
Amos. Wait, I'm going to read this from Amos.
Yeah.
Bernie needs an anger translator.
no, okay, so
Yeah.
here's what Bernie
saw
Sanders
that.
needs to do in regards to going forward and gaining momentum in regards towards this upcoming debate. He needs to have an aggressive attack. He needs to be unapologetic, reword some of his policies. I mean, basically say the same thing, shorten it up, do like Killer Mike did. But there's also another important perspective to bring in, and that is people are still gathering around Bernie Sanders. This little heart thing that happened to him, that's it. It's gone and over. He's back. He wants to get back in the fight. And that's who Bernie Sanders is. This is why he's probably most likely the best candidate to take on President Donald Trump and get the nomination. None of these other presidential candidates that are in this race in the primary right now really have what it takes. Bernie Sanders has a political infrastructure. Bernie Sanders has a name recognition. He has the momentum and a lot of financial support from grassroots organizers. He doesn't need corporate PACs. He doesn't need Wall Street or the big banks who've been running this country for years unchecked. And this also should motivate other people to get involved in this election cycle, because this is what happens when you're consistent. People notice, and then that one video right there shows everything that Bernie Sanders has accomplished in his time getting from 2016, but even before then. And this should motivate people to get involved in this election cycle, because if he can do this, think about what we all can do.
So I'm going to add into that. So I think that just to clarify Kit's point a little bit more, Bernie Sanders is the one currently who has all the pieces already assembled. We like Tulsi for a lot of reasons. We like certain things about Yang and going on for some other people. Bernie has all the pieces currently assembled. Now, that can always change in the future, but right now, Sanders has the fundraising, Sanders has the numbers, he has the movement, he has all the things that he needs to get this done. And so the only thing Sanders really is missing is he's not punching hard enough at people like Elizabeth Warren and Biden, like he shouldn't be, or maybe in his case, differentiate himself enough. And he's not retooling his words. Mm-hmm. And, he should be. He should be doing that. He should be saying things a lot better than he is. And he's like, I can't explain healthcare in 15 seconds. He should figure out how.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you can try and explain over a period of time. Oh well, healthcare, it's gonna be less here, less there, or you can just say it's a tax cut.
Yeah.
Much easier, simpler, punchier.
I
All
like
right,
it.
Bernie Sanders campaign. Hey, reach out to progressives and comedians like Jimmy Dore. Hey, they can help you out. I'm pretty sure
Carl
Jimmy can.
Kalinske seems to already be on the case.
Or and you know
No.
what? Wait,
He's not a
Killer Mike.
comedian.
Wait, Killer Mike too. Just ask Killer Mike. Hey, Killer Mike. Killer Mike. How can I just shorten this up?
Also not a comedian.
Well, no.
Think broader. That's what we're trying to
Yeah.
say. is
Okay,
Think,
think
think
entertainer.
broader. Think,
Entertainer.
think broader.
People
Paul.
that know how to say things well. Say how to say words good.
Yeah.
The goodest words.
I mean,
only the
Killer
goodest
Mike
words.
is a wordsmith. So
Only the goodest words will work.
Yes.
Good.
The
That's
best,
what I'm trying to say.
that's a Trumpian quote. I have the bestest words ever. Not no B.
he has the best words. They're incredible.
So we are going to move on. Again, I just one final note though. That was an awesome video, and please check it out. It's something that you guys need to see. It'll help you. It'll make you guys feel better, and also motivate you and realize that corporate media is nothing but BS.